Hello YouTube, welcome back to Bison Workshop again. I'm Bob, and I wanted to get this thing set up so that it would mount to my mill, the rotary table that Carl sent me, and I ran into a problem. Well, you know what? Let me just show you. I'll bring it down here and show you. When we go to put this on, this one here goes to the back side. This one over here. That one we got covered. This one, however, if you notice in there, there's no way of putting anything in there. No nut, no bolt, no nothing. And I'll show you what I mean. You can't put that in there because the head of the bolt's too damn big and it's not deep enough. And this slant right here, it's got a slant that goes up in a curve. So there's no way to actually mount that unless there's a special bracket that goes in here that's not here. But that's alright. We can deal with that. I even looked at on eBay and found this exact table and the application, and it don't even show any kind of special thing to mount that down. It looks to me like it's supposed to have some kind of a fork that goes over that goes down in here and holds it down, clamps it down. Well, we're going to change that, and we're going to use this. So I've cut that to fit that, and it's going to go to the edge of this, just like so. And then we're going to mark where we're going to put that, but we want to make sure that we are about the same on both sides. And we're going to mark in the center of this. Matter of fact, I'm going to measure that and put it in the center. But first of all, I want to mill this down to this line right here, because I want that to come over this way a little bit more. And then I got to mill off the top of this to bring this down to the same height as the dividing head. So we want to bring that down to the same height, and I'm just going to mill this off straight so that it's straight, and then we'll go from there. So let's get that set up in the mill and go ahead and start cutting that. So we'll move this out of the way. And I've got my 1, 2, 3 block in there just to raise that up and make sure that it's square. And we're going to hold down on it and tighten that down. Alright. Now I got to find a milling bit. What did I do with that milling bit? Did I put it away? Apparently. Alright, so what do we want to use? I think we're going to use a 1/2 inch. Alright guys, we got the plate made, and it was a little rough cutting that, simply because my head on my mill caught on me and jerked sideways, and I'm about ready to weld that head so that it don't do no 45. I'm gonna have to mount plates or something on it. But anyway, now we gotta take and we've got this the way we want it. Now we need to take and scratch the holes for here so that we can mount screws or bolts in here to clamp that to the dividing head. Then once we've got that mounted, then we'll take it over there and figure out where we're going to put the holes. Now we know where we're going to put the first one, the middle one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and coat this thing. That should be enough. And then we'll do this down here. And we'll let that dry. That side's already dry. So now we've got that set where we want it. And then we're going to clamp that right there. Alright, now we get to mark it. Alright, we made us one. It's deeper. Alright, so now we've got our holes made. Now we're probably not going to make that very deep or a very big hole. So now we got to find the bolts that we're going to use for that. Alright, so we found the bolts that we're going to use. We had to make them. So those two will mount right there with these two washers, these two nuts. And then we're going to measure the center. So we've got 5 inches, so we want to make that 2.5. So now we're going to probably mill this out, and we're probably going to go somewhere about that deep. Alright, so once we get this one done, then we get it mounted in there, then we can go ahead and do the other two, because then they'll be in the right spot. So this one's not the one we're going to use to mount it down with. We're going to use these two. but this is to get us to where these two are going to be correct. So I'm going to mill these out, and I'm just going to put it on the mill after I mill this out, mount it, and then we're going to do these. I'll do these two, and then I'll show you that once we get it to where we're ready to mount it. Alright guys, let me turn this air conditioner off so you guys can hear me. Alright, I just spent the better part of about 2 hours modifying this thing. So we've already got the bolt for the one side, and that would be this one right here. Alright, so we got that side. Now, magnet sticking to everything. So now we got the plate that I had to make for that. So, take this, put a washer on it, slide that in, and tighten her down. Same thing with the other one. Washer on it. Put that one in. Tighten that one down. Alright, then we've got these bolts that goes in with a nut on the back side of it. Same thing with this side. As soon as I find my bolt, I'll do the other bolt. We got this bolt that we just made. And those are 9/16. Now we're not going to tighten them down yet. Now these two I will. But there we have our dividing head mounted, or turntable. And this is supposed to be 90-to-1. So there's our dividing head mounted. That'll work. Nice plate, Bison built. Now all I gotta do is take it off, paint it black, and it'll match all the rest of this. And we'll be done. So there's my modifying, my tool that I got already. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.